battery anxiety. It's the #1 fear for every modern smartphone user. What if your phone could obliterate that fear? Not just for a day, but for 2, maybe even 3 days on a single charge. Today we're looking at a phone that changes the rules of the budget game. This is the new Moto G06 Power, launching in Vietnam, and its secret weapon is a battery so massive it forces us to ask, did Motorola just deliver the ultimate budget endurance champion? Stay tuned, because while the power is incredible, there's one controversial trade-off that everyone needs to know about. Let's dive in. Let's not beat around the bush. The heart of the G06 Power is this colossal 7,000 mAh battery. For context, its sibling, the standard Moto G06, packed a 5,200 mAh unit. This isn't an upgrade, it's a seismic shift. Motorola is clearly targeting the road warriors, the dedicated gamers, and anyone who simply hates carrying a power bank. In the budget segment, a 7,000 mAh cell is virtually unheard of. This means you should comfortably get through a heavy usage day and a half or 2 to 3 days of moderate use. That is revolutionary in this price range. But here's the controversy. Feeding this monster battery is an 18-watt fast charger. Look, 18W is fine for a 4,500 mAh battery, but for 7,000 mAh, it's slow, very slow. Early calculations suggest a full charge could easily take upwards of 2 hours. The question is the sacrifice of fast charging worth the reward of multi-day endurance? Let me know in the comments right now. Endurance or speed? Okay, so the battery is a beast, but what about the window to your digital world? This is where Motorola offers another surprise. The G06 Power features a large 6.88-inch IPS LCD screen. Yes, the resolution is HD+ 720p, which is standard for this budget tier, but Motorola compensates with speed. We are getting a blazing fast 120 Hz refresh rate. Think about that, 120 Hz in a budget phone. Scrolling is buttery smooth, games feel more responsive, and the overall experience punches far above its weight. Combine that with a peak brightness of 600 nits, and this is a seriously competitive display. Design-wise, they've also aimed high. The back uses a premium-feeling vegan leather finish, offering excellent grip and resisting fingerprints. A smart move. Plus, you get an IP64 rating, meaning it's protected against dust and water splashes. It's built tough, just like that massive battery suggests.
Let's talk performance. Powering the G06 Power is the MediaTek Helio G81 Extreme chipset. This is a proven 12-nanometer chip designed for capable budget gaming. It's not going to run the most graphically demanding titles at ultra settings, but for everyday use, multitasking, and casual gaming, it's more than adequate. Crucially, Motorola is offering memory variants of up to 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage, with dedicated microSD expansion up to 1 TB. Having an 8 GB RAM option in this segment ensures longevity and smooth operation. On the software front, you get the latest Android 15 out of the box, running the clean, near-stock Hello UI. No excessive bloatware, just a fluid Android experience that pairs perfectly with that high refresh rate display. The camera department keeps things simple and focused. The main rear shooter is a 50-megapixel primary sensor with an f1.8 aperture and PDAF. In this price range, 50MP is a great headline number, suggesting solid daylight performance and detailed shots. However, it's a single-lens setup, a very dedicated choice. No useless 2MP depth or macro lenses here, just the primary sensor doing the heavy lifting. Up front, we have an 8-megapixel selfie camera. For video, the phone supports 1080p recording at 30 frames per second. Overall, the camera system looks like a competent budget performer, prioritizing the main shot over extra, often unnecessary lenses. So, let's wrap this up. The Moto G06 Power is positioned as the budget endurance champion, and it lives up to that title. It's launching in Vietnam. While the official price is under wraps, Based on these specifications, we expect it to land squarely in the 2.5 million to 4.5 million VND bracket. The verdict: if you're someone whose priority is battery life above all else, if you constantly travel, or if you simply hate charging your phone daily, this is probably the best phone coming out this year for you. The 7,000 milliamp hour battery is a game changer. However, if charging speed is your absolute deal breaker, or if you demand a full HD display, you might need to look elsewhere and sacrifice that immense battery life. The final choice is yours. Is the 7,000 milliamp hour battery power worth the 18W weight? Let me know your thoughts on the Moto G06 Power in the comments below. Do you think this is the ultimate budget powerhouse? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more tech reviews, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.